Good evening, and we're live on Paranormal Path tonight. And good afternoon, US, and good evening, UK. And how are you doing, Lois?
I'm doing absolutely fine, excited for tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. It's a bit hot and toasty around here, isn't it?
Oh god, yeah, it's like way too warm.
I don't know, like US, it's probably a normal temperature for you, but it's been about 30 degrees C where I am. And they're like all getting weather warnings on the news. It's like, really? Why? It seems a bit mad, really.
It really
Anyway,
does.
it brings us to our lovely guest, Wild Bill. I used to do shows on the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Channel, and Wild Bill used to do an amazing show, which is now going to bring onto the Things Network. So here we go. Let's speak to Wild Bill. Hi, how you doing?
I will. Well.
Look, I did not sign up for a co-host, okay?
Tough. You
I
got
feel
one.
like I feel like this is going to be like the Spanish Inquisition now.
Oh, it will be, mate. You won't get a word in
Mhm.
edgeways.
Hey there, how you doing?
Hello,
Got the
everybody.
early
Good
people joining
evening.
us.
Hi everyone.
I think there's quite a few people who want to watch who have seen you previously on the shows in the UK. So,
I'm sorry.
would you like to say a bit about yourself then?
Well, a little bit about myself. Okay, let's see. A little. Okay,
Yeah, a little.
I'm me. That was a
That's
little.
true.
That was a little. Now, if you
Yeah,
want me to elaborate a little bit, I can.
yeah. Go on. Like
But
you're an
but at that
ordained
point though,
minister.
I was going to say, but at that point though, we might be bypassing that word, that keyword, little. You know.
Yeah,
But
there's
no, let's see. A little bit about myself. I live here in the United States. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, actually, I live in Covington, Georgia. I just use Atlanta because it's the next major city close to me, and it keeps people from trying to track me down in Covington. And but I'm in here in Atlanta, Georgia, basically. I've been dwelling and studying in the paranormal field for probably close to about 40 years now, give or
wow.
take.
Oh wow.
And then when I say paranormal field, that's not just with the energies as a lot of people call ghost, but I also deal a lot with the cryptids,
Wow.
ufology, love UFO. I mean, because I am a firm believer that yes, there is other life forms out there besides ourselves, and
Oh,
we will call them aliens simply because we don't know what they are. But I do believe in that, so I follow ufology a lot, and also too, I am a ordained minister, and I have been trained in order to do investigations and qualifications on, as you might call qualification, or seeing if they're correct, seeing if it's real or not, for exorcisms.
Oh wow,
wow.
well
In other
you do
words,
it.
is this just a psychological sickness, or is this real? Could this be drug related? Because just because somebody does weird stuff doesn't mean that they're possessed. And so I do a lot of just investigating, basically. As far as doing an exorcism, probably I've got the permission to do it, but at my age and my health, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't
Right.
be able to survive it.
Right.
Now, as far as being there watching and kind of being a control factor, yes, but as far as doing it, no, I could not, and I'm not going to say I can because my health just would not. My health wouldn't allow it. So that's the
Oh
reason why I
wow.
always go in and I just on a few of them I'll go in and just say, okay, they say they're possessed. Let's just see if they really are. And
Yeah.
that's when you start going in and trying the different things that to um, debunk. Easy way, like in ghost hunting, debunk it.
Debunk. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
just say it that way. That would be the easiest way because most of the people at that point knows what I'm talking about when I would say debunk. In other words, Is
Yeah.
this real or is it not? But and then I just do a lot of studying on different religions and stuff, and I always try, as I tell people, I try to learn something new, at least one thing new every day.
That's
And
brilliant.
that just keeps the mind going, keeps the mind fresh and stuff. And even though every once in a while I get CRS disease, which is can't remember stuff,
Bless you.
I did that when I was a teenager, and that kind of stuff. So that's a little bit of about my. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's a little bit about myself.
That's cool. When you sort of go out and like look at the exorcisms, do you actually pick up anything spiritually? As to
I am not.
what
I
is
am not.
affecting you?
I'm not a sensitive empath or
Okay.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
I am not. That's the reason why it's easier for me to actually go in there and debunk stuff and
Okay.
stuff, going there scientifically, because I don't have any kind of link with it.
Right. Get you.
The only time I ever do, I'll put it like this: the only way I have any kind of connection with any kind of energies is if it comes up and it picks up a vase or something and hits me over the head with it. Then at that point, okay, fine, there's something
Yeah.
going on. Or like during the summertime, since I don't go out during the summertime because of the heat and everything, I do a lot of in-home investigation. And when I say that, that's when I go over, like, people will send me like videos, pictures and stuff like that, or EVP recordings and things like that, and say,
Okay.
just see, they won't tell me anything. They'll just say, hey, look, see if you can find anything in there. Okay.
That's good.
And then in turn, if I go back, they might swear up and down that they found something, but I might go back and say, I went over it time and time and time again. I slowed it down. I sped it up. I on the audio, I took out frequencies, brought them back, did all that, and I didn't find a thing. And then they go, well, I did. It's like, hey, that's great. I won't sit there and tell them they're wrong. I just tell them, say, from you asked me, and they know, and that's the reason why they send it to me. I just tell them, I say, well, you asked, and this is what I found, and sometimes I'm not saying that during this process, I might have actually overlooked something, because things happen so quick sometimes that something might have got my attention, like my dog might have walked in, I might have went like that and then looked back over and I missed it.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I review things numerous times, because of missing things, and because I've actually, even some teams from the UK over there, I've gone back and watched their stuff and come back and said, look, what they claimed as seeing a face in one of the frames, in one of the glass frames of the door. I went back and go, no.
Yeah.
That was
pareidolia.
a flare. That was a flare from a reflection from, and well, I say I have to remember who I'm talking to. At that point, I'll say, from your torch. Over here it's flashlight, but from your torch.
Yeah.
And they go, really? I said, yeah. I said, because when this certain person did their flashlight or their torch and it scanned across and it hit a certain area which was real shiny and reflective, it cast a light over into that pane, that because of where you were sitting at, due to pareidolia, it looked like a face, but it wasn't. And then they went back and checked it out, and even went back to the place and checked it out. So
Yeah.
What's been your most scariest case that you've ever had to do an exorcism on?
See, I really don't get into the exorcism part that much, simply because of what I do. I don't really experience them that much. But the only exorcist thing I will do is on an object, like if something is attached to an object. Now I will go in there and I will try to cast it out. But as far as a person is concerned, I really don't per se do that. Like I said, I go in and do the preliminaries.
Right.
And as far as scary, I'll be honest, I haven't really found much stuff that does scare me. I'll be honest, the human. Let me tell you what I think is to me what the scariest thing there is. The scariest thing to me out of everything is the human race.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly. I couldn't.
That is the scariest thing to me.
I couldn't agree more. It is. I would rather be filled with a room full of dead people than
I mean, I can
humans.
associate. I mean, I can even associate with demons better than I can. And I'm using one of Zach's terms, demons.
Yeah,
But associate.
definitely.
I can associate with them better than I can a human, human race because, yeah, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I tell people, they talk about. There again, I'm not getting into religions, but due to Christian religion being a big part of the United States, UK, and stuff, I'll kind of go on that
Hi,
one that
Sean.
they talk about that God made man. And I tell them real quick, I say, I'll be honest. I said, if there was a God, if there is a God, the biggest mistake he ever made was creating the human race.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is that? Why creating it? It's like, okay, fine. Let's get away from creating the human race then. Let's get to the point that he gave the human race, he gave man a brain which he cannot even deal with.
Oh no,
They
don't use most of it, do they? Either
do what?
Don't use most of the brain either.
Well, most people, they say it's like 10%. Humans use most average human uses about 10% of their brain.
Wow.
I'm trying to, from the people I have around here where I live at, I'm trying to figure out where they even got that at, because I would say around here with the people I live around, which I'm not from this area, so,
Yeah.
but the people around here, I would say they might use maybe 3%.
Wow.
And that's when I always go back to my favorite phrase. You just can't fix stupid.
Yeah, that's so true. I love it.
Exactly.
Humans are hard work. We've been created as a virus. I'm sure we're a prototype to test how they affect the world.
Oh, we're not a virus. Man is not a virus. Man is a cancer. He destroys everything he touches.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
That's a cancer. That's not a virus. Virus you can cure. Cancer, no. Man is
over here now. They even want to start killing the grey squirrels because they're not native to our country, but all of a sudden we're overrun with grey squirrels. So they want to give them birth control. So potentially wipe out the whole.
Well, I'll give you a hint. If y'all were smart, I would have a genocide of the gray squirrels.
Oh, that's what they want to do.
Believe me, we got them in my backyard.
We've got them now.
They eat into your house. Then when they get into your house, then they eat into your wiring. They can actually cause fires and stuff. I have not seen anything. I mean, I know all of God's creation, all of God's animals have a reason for being around. So far, nobody has been able to show me yet what is the reason for a gray squirrel. Oh, basically, it is a rat with a hairy tail. And to me, even rats is more valuable than they are, because at least rats eat garbage and stuff. Squirrels, they just no, I don't know anything about for a squirrel. I really don't.
Okay, so to a new subject, you collect a lot of different things then, and you've got a selection behind you of masks and everything.
Well, that's only that's only about a quarter of the collection in this room, and it even goes past this room and goes to another room.
Wow!
But yeah, I have all sorts of stuff. I have people from all over the world that send me stuff. I have a lot of people in the special effects fields who send me stuff. And the reason why is not because I'm that good or I'm that special. It's because I used to work for a company called Plaid. And my wife still does. She's a QA QC supervisor for Plaid. And what that is one of the largest craft suppliers in the world.
Wow.
So we get a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, my garage out there is just half of it is just nothing but craft supplies. And what I do is I will find up and coming artists, special effects people, whatever. And I will send them these things called care packages. And I don't charge them no postage, no nothing. I even take care of the postage. But for instance, like I've got a special friend that's out in California. He's done stuff for like Tromaville. I don't know if you know what Tromaville is. That's the one with the Toxic Avenger and stuff like that. It's kind of
Okay.
and he's also done stuff for National Geographic for Shark Week, Discovery, not National Geographic, Discovery. But he's done all sorts of stuff. He was even on that TV program Face Off, where they have these special effects people come in. He was on the third season of that.
Wow, awesome.
And the only reason he didn't win was political. He got second place. He got second place, which is fine.
That's
but
cool.
like the last box I sent him, I just sent him a bunch of stuff, piled it in the box, and his girlfriend went through it and everything and started pricing stuff out, because I was just curious, you know. He said, well, here's an example of like the boxes you send. He said she was going through it, and he said by the time she got to $1,000, she just gave up, and she still had more stuff to go. He said, so you sent me over $1,000 worth of product that I would have had to go out and go buy. It's like, hey, marvelous. Didn't cost you a penny, did it? He goes, nope. So in turn, the next thing I know, a few months down the road, I've got 3 brand new masks coming in the mail that I never asked for to put up in my collection and stuff. But, you know, you've always heard me say it. Louise has it, but you have always heard me talk about karma.
Yeah, that's it.
I've always talked about karma. And I've always talked about karma. And I tell people, I say, you know, what you give, you receive, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And I mean, after it took me over 15 years of working on clearing my karma, I finally got it right. And I finally got it right. So I do nothing to screw it up. Matter of fact, for instance, this is how much it weighed on me this weekend. I had ordered something from Amazon, and it was supposed to be delivered last Friday. Tracking said it was delivered. Okay, I didn't get it. So I made a claim, and they said, well, here's the deal. If you don't, it says, look around your property, blah, 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 check your neighbors. I said, look, I'm a private resident, you know. And, it's like, check around. I said, it's not here. And they said, well, if it's not there by Monday, let us know. We will either refund or resend. I said, okay, fine. So anyways, yesterday evening, a woman comes by, which don't live too far from me. She could have brought it Friday and saved a lot of problems. She brought it to me, and she goes, oh, we got this the other day. And she said, I'm sorry, I opened it. And it was like, okay. And I said, oh, yeah. I said, I know what this is. I said, this showed that it was delivered Friday. She goes, well, I knew it was either Thursday or Friday. I said, yeah, it was Friday. And I said, but thank you. And I felt like asking, and do you not check labels on the front to see it was not addressed to you? So why did you open it? But, such a great fellow that I am, I just didn't say anything. But anyway, I've been thinking, it's like, okay, the driver screwed it up. His karma could be saying that I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And either have it replaced or the money given back to me. And I even went as far as like, I could actually keep this stuff and get the money given back to me. I said, I've ordered so much stuff from them, they actually really owe it to me. And then I went and I asked Melody, my wife, Mel, the boss
lady.
Asked her about it. And you know what the first thing she said? As much as you talk about practicing karma, and now you're asking me this question. I said, you're right. I said, you are definitely right. I will not do it. I said, because sure as heck, if I was to report that I did not get it and they gave me back my money, I said at that point, karma would come back on me and bite me in the rear end. And I said, you're right, I'm not. So immediately, right before the matter of fact, right before the show, right before I talked to you, I got a hold of Amazon on the letter we would have going, the email we had, and I told them I received it, and I told them what happened. I said this was a bad service, but that was due to the driver not paying attention. But I said, other than that, I said it was good. So she kept me straight. She kept me in line. So
good. Good for her. We've got a question here from Sharon Clayton. What's the topic tonight? Every Monday we speak to special guests, people from within the paranormal field, be it team members, be it like we've got Richard Felix coming on soon, and different people.
Weirdos like me.
And Wild Bill is actually going to be doing a show soon on the Things Network. So tell us a bit about your show.
Well, I used to do a show with another organization, and I had to leave it for personal reasons, which is no problem. I mean, nothing against who I was doing it with at all, having nothing to do with it. It was just personal things with myself that I had to leave. But I'm continuing it on. It's still keeping the same name even. And you can take it either way you want to. I know Jacqueline knows what I mean by it, but for some reason, Nick doesn't with Things Network. He thinks it's the other one, but it's called The Rantings of a Madman. And Jacqueline knows of it being the madman as having the coat of arms that has the arms that wrap around you and being placed in a padded room. Nick, I think he thinks it's more of just a man who is mad, pissed off type mad. And it's like, and they kind of both fit in a ways, but truthfully, it's basically the lunatic madman, lunatic asylum. So,
wow.
But anyways, but basically what it is, it's going to be one of these type things that I'm going to take requests from viewers of what to do, maybe like the next week or whatever. But it's going to be a lot about the paranormal mostly because of what it is. But there again, it will maybe go off. Well, people who knows me knows that I'll be talking about one thing and all of a sudden the brain will go off on another tangent. And the next thing you know, we're talking about World War I or something. I mean, who knows? But it's basically, I put it like, how's the best way to put it? It's going to be a surprise. You never know what you're going to find that week on my show.
Oh, wow. That's pretty much like us, Jacqueline. That's pretty much like your show. Our show, you never know what to expect. Plus,
sort of, kind of.
As I said in the comments, when Sharon had asked, obviously what topics we do, I put in the chat. We never have topics because, as you know, while doing shows, you always go off topic and it goes south somewhere.
Well, like yesterday, like her show yesterday, everything was going great until Wild Bill showed up.
Yeah, then
when Wild Bill showed up, it went off on the deep end.
Yeah, we did bring it back, and it was cool. It's a good show.
I mean, we brought it. Well, Jacqueline brought it back, I think.
Yeah.
On her last comment before she closed the show, it got brought back.
Yeah, I got it back. Okay, we've got a question here from Vaughn. Question for Wild Bill. Could you tell us where you started? What have you studied? What got you directed to each step?
Okay. Could you tell us where you started? Okay, well, I started, I put it like this. Let's go. What got me started? Why don't we go that? What got me started? It was my grandmother who was full-blooded Cherokee. She's the one that got me started because in the, well, let's see, let's be politically correct. We are no longer Native Americans. Over here in the United States, we are now considered the indigenous. Whatever. But in the Native American beliefs, we believe in a lot of cryptids, ghosts, and spirits, and all that kind of stuff. And we believe in, if you want to say it, aliens in their own right,
I
because
love that
we talk
subtitle.
about, we talk about spirits from above. We call them spirits, and that's what kind of got me started. Uh, what have I studied? Well, being Catholic, that got me screwed up from the get-go because I had to go through Catholic school. Love penguins, hate them, hate them, hate them, hate penguins. And but that got me started and everything. And then I'd always been kind of interested, and then I went into the military. And when I was in the military, I observed stuff and found out things that just really, if you might want to say, made me even more inquisitive.
Okay.
Saying, I've always been taught this, but guess what? That's not right. So when I got out, that's when I started going to college. And this is the scary part. My major was medicine.
Wow.
I was going to be a general practitioner.
Oh,
Gosh.
wow.
And that would have been scary because I've got the bedside manner of a billy goat. I mean, I would walk in, it's like, Doc, what's wrong? You're going to die. I mean, that's real good. That's just what a person in the hospital bed wants to hear real quick.
Oh,
So,
blimey.
but anyways, but then my secondary was study of religions, theology and stuff.
Wow.
Wow.
And I wound up, well, a couple of things helped me on that. One, I was talking to a doctor, and this is back in the 70s. He was telling me, he said, you want to be a general practitioner? He says, are you sure? I said, well, why? He says, because, just let me tell you that. He says, right now, he says, my malpractice insurance cost me $100,000 a year.
Wow.
And this was back in the
Oh,
70s.
wow.
He said,
Blimey.
you got to have that to practice because people going to come back and see you otherwise.
Yeah.
He said, unless if you're already, got your shingle and you've been around for a while and you're not going to be able to handle that $100,000 a year unless if you go being a resident at a hospital or something where they cover you. And I was like, well, okay, fine. Okay, I can kind of understand that. And then during school, I had a professor ask me, they said, or I should say, she asked me, what is a stool? And I do not mean a three-legged thing that you milk a cow from.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
we
it?
know.
So they asked me this. They asked me this now. I said, okay, do you want me just to be blunt of what it is? And they go, yes, just tell us what it is. I said, of course, she was looking for feces and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But me being who I am, of course, it didn't come out that way.
I know what I'd say.
It was
Probably the
like,
same.
you want to know what it is, really? He goes, yes. What is it? It's shite.
Yeah. Too right.
Do you know what? I
Mr.
never knew
Paris.
that until I was 18-year-old and I went to the hospital because I could barely walk and I was walking funny and they did like a thingy on my stomach and the nurse came back and said you're full of stools and I didn't have a clue what she was talking about and I said to it was like my dad's ex-fiance at the time and I said, and what does she mean? And she went, Louise, you're full of shit.
Nice one.
Well, see, I always loved, now when you're talking about that one, the phrase I always loved, and it was given by a European, as a matter of fact, from the UK. I think his name was Ian Anderson, better known as Jethro Tull.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And he says, thick as a brick. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Thick as a brick. Because he will go, a wise man does not know how it feels to be thick as a brick. What thick as a brick means? Thick means dumb.
Yeah.
Brick
Yep.
means shite.
Oh,
So a
okay.
wise man does not know how it feels to be dumb as shite.
Nice one.
But
Uh,
anyways, on that deal though, like I was talking to teacher, she sent me up to the daggum dean for that, to the thing. I mean, sent me to the office basically. And they asked me about it. Pooh's a good word, right? But we discussed it and everything. And he just told me I did nothing wrong, but apparently she didn't care for it. So anyways, so I got out of that. And I dropped out of there and went to a different school and got a free
okay.
degree in psychology because of it. And but then after that, I went out and I actually started working in the hospital. I mean, I am a certified radiologist technologist, not a technician, but a
wow.
technologist. But when I saw what went on in the hospital, what kind of stuff, malpractice, hypocrisy, and stuff that happened between doctors and the medical field and stuff, I just said, I don't need this. I don't need this at all.
Oh,
I
bless
can
you.
So I
I could
dropped
only
out. I dropped
imagine.
out of the medical field altogether. I was a national registered paramedic,
Wow.
but that was about it. And on the other question that ended, like what progressed me in taking these steps is that I had always done the paranormal stuff and been inquisitive about it and stuff. But what actually got me into getting more into it simply was that after the government over here declared me as being handicapped and that I could not even work at a flea market to take money,
Wow.
I could not work at all. So at that point, I started going even further, finishing up online college, finishing up my degrees and everything, and just kept going that way and just studying. And that's what progressed me in steps. And then I started talking to like minded people. And now I'm in the deal where I talk to them back and forth. We talk back and forth. We share notes and stuff, if you want to call that. And for some strange reason, I've gotten a name I've gotten a name, or my name is known. Let's put it like that. I've got many different places. Oh, you're the Wild Bill. Da, da, da. It's like, yeah, that's me. Why? Oh, I've
Bless
heard
you.
about you. It's like, oh God, no.
What?
I hope it was good. He's like, oh, it was. And it's like, well, then they lied. No.
We've got a nice question here from Craig, and it's a bit of what you said yesterday. I'll just post this one. So, could I ask Bill thoughts on potential powers of the native Indians in America? And you actually mentioned Indigenous people last night, didn't you?
I mean, potential powers. I mean, they have no more powers than just a common man does. But the problem is with the indigenous, with the Native Americans, we practice it. We practice it. That's how come the powers is there. It's like a good way to do it, like over there where y'all are at in the UK. It would be like, and I use this term loosely, witches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get what you
What
mean.
makes what makes them any different than anybody else is because they study that particular form. It's just like in the Native Americans, we practice and study our beliefs. It's just like a Christian. They believe in the Bible, they follow the Bible and all that. Okay, fine. I mean, that's great. I love it. If that's what if it does good for you, marvelous. And not saying that I'm against it, because I'm
Yeah.
not. But there again, I can also show you the Quran and all that other stuff too up here on my bookshelf. So I study them all because they just kind of fit together, And matter of fact, I've
But I
pissed off.
suppose if you're dealing with cases, you've got to have that knowledge. I suppose you're towing every waters, if that makes sense.
Do that religion on the cases, because different religions can bring in different things. So
Yeah.
you got to know with what you're dealing with.
It's a
Yeah,
belief
if I
system of the
exactly.
person, isn't it?
Like if I go to a Christian's house, their beliefs are going to be different than if I go to somebody who is a pagan or
Yeah.
Indian or, or I say Indian, Hindu,
I totally
Muslim,
get you.
Christian. I mean, they all have this idea of spirits and stuff, but it's called differently. So you
Yeah,
got to
that's
know who
right.
you're dealing with. And also, too, if there is an entity that needs to be gotten rid of or something, they also follow, I believe, I believe they follow their religious beliefs. So I've got
Yeah.
to know what to do to dispense of this particular thing. So, but to his answer about the powers of Native American, the powers is that we believe, we practice, and our beliefs are strong. But there again, a Christian believes in God, Jehovah, and Jesus Christ. They practice it. So with them, that belief is strong.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we are no different than any other human. It's just how we practice and how we do it, is all it is.
That's
And
it.
anybody can do that with their faith of what they believe in, even if they're atheists and they have no faith. As
Yeah.
long as they practice what they believe and work that, their powers will get stronger.
We've got a
Because
question from Robbie here. How long did you study before your ordination? Because Robbie's actually ordained as
God,
well.
5, 4, 6, over 6 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Long time, Bill.
Over 6 years.
Wow. I've got Terry Coops with a question. How's your native friend doing on the reservation? As we were struggling last year.
Which one? I think I know who she's talking about. He's over in the west. Oh gosh, I know. I think I know who she's talking about because during that time, yeah, Terry, she would have known about it. Believe it or not, I haven't heard from him in a
Oh,
few
wow.
years,
Oh, dear.
and he was on a tribe. He was with a tribe over there that was having it over in the Dakotas that was having the problems and stuff with the United States government and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember that because
The
everyone.
pipeline, and all
Yeah.
that kind of the oil pipeline and all that. Yeah, he was one of them. He was a good
Oh,
friend of mine. But I'll be honest, I haven't heard from him in a while.
oh wow.
And
Okay.
I don't know because I've reached out to him and just is like he might have taken a sabbatical from the social media,
Yeah.
which might be a good thing because I've debated that a few times my own self. But there again, that's how I kind of keep up with these other teams and groups and stuff that I like to watch and stuff. Because like I said, I always learn. I'm always learning. I mean, stuff that you know, I learn this stuff, and then I get into a mindset. I keep thinking a certain way, and then all of a sudden I'll watch a team or something, and they'll be having a talk about certain things and things like that, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, I've been thinking wrong all this time.
Wow.
It's actually this way, and I start looking at the way they do stuff, and it's like, okay, let's see. I was a seminarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Going back and finish my studies using the old Catholic Church. See, okay, theology, right. Okay, Robbie, I'm kind of the opposite. I dropped out of the Roman Catholic. See, I was Roman Catholic. I dropped out of the Roman Catholic theology and went to general theology in college where I studied more. So we're kind of the difference. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. But
You kind of find your own path, though, don't you?
well,
You
you
find
do,
what
and you have to
suits
find.
you.
Well, you have to find your own beliefs too.
That's right.
And I'd be honest, nothing against it, but the Christian belief in its own self did not fit with me.
Oh, that's it. Everyone's different.
And
Yeah.
and I mean, but what I believe in still kind of relates. Matter of fact, I can even show you passages that will strongly show you what I believe in is true, but not trying to be. What am I trying to say? Not trying to be mean or nasty or nothing like that, but the Holy Bible. There is so many books that has been left out of the Bible that explains things too many different ways. And now, Robbie, the only thing I still use as Roman Catholic is the part about exorcisms. I still use that in their guidelines because they got it down pretty much to where
Hi in the USA.
they kind of
Yeah.
say yes or no. But anyway, back to what I say, it's just like the Holy Bible. This is going to sound mean, but I'll explain why. To me, the Holy Bible, what they're calling now the Holy Bible, has got to be one of the best fiction books ever written. And I say that only because the Bible wasn't even written until 400 years after Jesus and the apostles had died. So basically, this is word of mouth being passed on.
Yeah.
We know how that goes.
Yeah.
Plus, there's been so many things disproven about, like Jesus walking on the water of the Sea of Galilee. I mean, it showed that at low tide, there's a sandbar that reaches from one side of the coast to the other side, and it's deep enough on either side of that sandbar that you can sail a big fishing ship on either side. So that's one of them. The other one is that, let's use magicians, for instance. They have done things that was considered a miracle done by Jesus, like turning water into wine. I've seen that. I've seen a magician do that. Multiply foods and stuff. I've seen them do that. I mean, so I'm not going to say he didn't do it, but there's enough that has been showed to me to make me wonder and I hate to use the word doubt, but it's what it is. It's a doubt because now I'm doubting it. It's like, did that really happen? And did it happen like they said?
We're entitled to our own opinions. I mean, obviously, like when it comes to life, it's good to have that, be skeptical about the Bible, because at the end of the day, there's a good few things myself, and I went to a Catholic school myself.
I'm sorry.
And there's a good few. No, don't be sorry. I don't.
No, I went through it. No, I'm saying I went through it too, and I know how it is. That's what I'm saying. I know how it is. I'm sorry.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And there is things like myself that I question, right? And I only question this because I watched Religiousness, and it's with Bill Maher, and it's a good documentary. And one of the things that stick out in my mind, and I always quote, is when he says, "You see, you see Jesus as a baby, and you see him as an adult, but nobody talks about when he was a teenager, sort of thing."
Well, you also got to remember, back then, a teenager was an adult, because the life expectancy was only about 30 years old or so.
Yeah.
So to be a teenager, there was no word saying teenager. So basically, he went from being a baby straight into being an adult, basically. And on that note, can I do this? This kind of touches on ufology right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
please do,
Go
because
on. Yeah.
This
I
kind of touches
love
on
ufology.
ufology.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
Jesus was a product of immaculate conception.
Right.
Mary was
Right.
never touched by a man. Joseph, and I still can't understand this, why Joseph didn't look at her like, look, woman, something happened here. I haven't done nothing with you, and we know how it happens.
Yeah.
Explain yourself. But instead of that, looking at it as a bad way, that Mary was not truth, not
A virgin.
well, the heck with
Yeah.
the virgin, but she wasn't
Pure.
no, that she wasn't with Joseph as his, that she
Yeah.
wasn't honest with him, truthful with him, 100%
Yeah.
with him, that she had a side affair, was what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying she did, but to me, I think that the birth of Jesus and the Immaculate Conception is your first physical proof of alien abduction.
Wow. I like that.
Mary was abducted, impregnated. Because, see, that would also give you a reason why Jesus can do stuff that a normal human being could.
Wow.
Why he could do miracles that other humans can't do. But yet, if you think about it, an alien could do that. A higher being from a different planet could do that. And it's like that to me, I mean, I love that right there. And that's what pisses a lot of Christians off too when I say that.
Do you know
But
about?
I say, I tell them, I say that's the first proof of alien abduction right there. Because otherwise, how could Mary have gotten pregnant had she never laid with a man? But yet she was a virgin, but yet she became pregnant. How could this have happened?
Do you know?
And
I've
their mouth kind of falls open at that point and go, I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, there is also a chance St. John the Younger is married to a son, and therefore Jesus is half brother. Yeah, and it also doesn't tell you too that Jesus also, I mean, it's also not known that Jesus also had a daughter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I don't know
Mary
that.
and Jesus had a daughter.
Oh, wow.
Not his mother now, not his
that's
mother, but
crazy.
yeah, but Mary Magdalene, her and Jesus had a daughter, because she is actually a
Wow.
saint, actually, and there's a place that is a church dedicated to her.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
let's see what Terry. No, go back. I want to see what Terry
Go back.
said.
Terry came out with a good comment earlier as well. I put that one up
Oh,
as well.
go back. Okay, go back to the other one, and then we'll go back.
We'll do this one, and
Okay,
then
we'll do
hit
this
the
one.
other one. Her name was Sarah, the lady.
I've been looking at an anthem that killed him and connection into demonologists at the Saint Germain and Hitler is fascinating.
What Terry said earlier as well.
I mean, I'm not shaking my head, Terry. It's just, I'm just not even though I've studied it and I know it, I'm just not a big demon person.
Yeah.
Because out of all of my experiences and stuff, maybe I can say I have ran into maybe one, maybe. But there again, people go, well, he's just an evil. It's like, yeah, but there again, there's also such things. Just because it's evil doesn't mean it's a demon. Because there was evil people alive, and when they died, their spirit, their energy is still going to be evil, probably. And you want to call that a demon? I said, it's, it's like, but blah blah blah, and it's like, you don't understand. A demon has never been human, so how could an evil person be a demon? They're not, because a demon was never human. Okay, let's see. Some say
some can be too restrictive, and I feel more open to interpretation of religions.
Yeah,
the Book of Enoch. Yeah, I mean, there's so many books that has been. I mean, You want to, Terry, you want to read a real good one? Read the Lost Books of Eden. Read the Lost Books of Eden. You're going to find out. I mean, and that's another thing too. Adam and Eve were not the first people on earth. Adam and Eve were the first people in Eden, in the Garden of Eden. Otherwise, we would all be a product. I mean, even though they say we are all brothers and sisters, if you go by the Christian belief, we are way more than just brothers and sisters. We are brought together by incest. And I don't believe in that. Plus, also, too, it was also shown, too, that there was other humans living 1,000 miles away from Eden.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Wild Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill. But, you know, and let's see. But, yeah, I mean, you're flashing all these things up, and I'm trying to catch them. And,
yeah, I was just saying hello to everyone. We've got some people
Gary.
joining us.
Hi, Gary Fields.
Gary.
Well, there's
Terry,
lots of people who said hello to me, and I never said hello to them because I was talking about it. So at this point, I will say this to all the people earlier in the show that said hello to Wild Bill. I did see it, but because of being in midstream of something else, I didn't shout out and say hello. So I doubt want to give a shout out to everybody that said hello to me earlier. Thank you. Thank you. You know,
Bill, what's your opinion, right? When we're talking about the Bible, right? What's your opinion on Lucifer?
On Lucifer?
Yep.
Well, he goes by many names. So if you want to call Lucifer, I mean, are we going as in Lucifer as being one of the levels? Or are we talking about Lucifer as just being one of the names? Because they're depending on what belief and what religion you're going into. Lucifer, Satan, Beelzebub, Baphomet, some of them, it's all the same person. But in other beliefs, each one of them is the Lord of a different level. Who is this? Robbie, who are you talking about was never mentioned in the Bible?
Demons, isn't it?
Who are you talking about was never mentioned in the Bible? Come on, Robbie.
I'm not sure it's devil and demons.
I'm waiting. Is he talking about demons?
Yeah.
He's probably talking about mad.
Well, see, to me, they're not demons. That I don't like that name. It's just like Satan. Satan was actually, he was basically as powerful as Christ was, because that's the reason why he was cast out, because he was becoming too powerful. Because Satan, or if you want to call him Satan, the angel of light, Satan. Okay, yeah, Satan was never mentioned. If anything, he was mentioned as the angel of light being cast into the pit of darkness. He was never said as his name being Satan. No. But see there again, I'm in the beliefs. There you go, Robbie. Demons are angels that were cast out. They were angels. They were anarchist angels. They were the followers of Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call them, the angel of light. They were his followers, so God cast them into the pit of darkness. But yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I feel that same way, Robbie. That's the way I feel. That's the reason why I really don't like using the term demons, because the terms that the term demon to me is what people call demons would be okay, you've got the angels that were cast. Okay, they're not demons. They are what I would consider, to make it easy on people, lesser devils. Okay. But the so-called demons, the little creatures that run around, to me, that is the minions of them.
Oh, we
you know, like your little gremlins, and things. You know, okay, that's just the minions of them. But basically, yeah, demons. I don't like we're using the word demon. I hate it even more now after one of my friends uses it
But
constantly every place he
do you,
goes. And I use the term friends. No, sarcastically. No, he's not.
uh,
But you know,
do you think,
yeah,
Bill, though, do
Lucifer
you
means
think,
brighter light. He is the angel of light. That's what he was, right? But also too, Robbie, real quick, I want to let you know this. Um, I know a good bit about the Catholicism and stuff, like you do too. But this right here, I don't know whether you're gonna laugh about it or avoid me from now on. But I was excommunicated from the Catholic Church, from the Roman Catholic Church. I was flat told, do not. There you go, imps, gremlins, things. Yes, see the minions of hell. See, me and Robbie
Wow,
agree on things. We do.
that's cool.
Me
Yeah.
and Robbie agree on a lot of this.
but do
And
you
see, and
think,
I use it,
do
and
you,
I use an open mind for it too. But anyways, I was saying though, yes, I was excommunicated from the Catholic Church for the simple reason of telling the archdiocese and stuff that the bishop here in Atlanta that the Pope was the Antichrist,
Oh, wow.
and he asked me to prove it, and I did. And then at that point, it's even gotten even worse because now on his robe, he has symbols on his robe which goes into stuff that we won't discuss here on this channel.
Oh
But
gosh.
remember what I said yesterday, and you said, "Oh, that was not good."
Yeah. Get you. Yeah.
Had to do about that. Has to do about that.
Ugh. No way.
He's got the sign that they use.
Oh God, no.
It goes all the way down his robe, all the way down it.
Ugh.
Yes. So
but
to say
Gross.
the least, I am not a big fan I am not a big fan of the the Roman Catholic belief, the Pope, whatever. Anyway, Bill, do you think man is en route to all evil? Not all men, no, but humanity, it's already there. How can it be going when it's already there? I mean, man is the only animal that will kill just for the hell of it. That's pretty evil to me. And they're also, man also, like, how they, just because you don't believe like they do, they kill you and stuff. And you just, okay, what? I would be, yeah. Hey, join me, Robbie. Get it. Hey, it's fun. It is really fun, especially when you go into a Catholic church for a wedding or something and you're looking around up in the rafters to make sure the dust isn't falling off, that the place is about to collapse on you. It's really fun. And then at the end, when you sit there and you're sitting there and you're walking out and you're meeting the priest and he's greeting and everything, and you look at him and say, you know what? Just so you'll know, I'm not even supposed to be in here. And they go, why? And it's like, I was excommunicated. I'm not even, I mean, y'all don't even know who I am anymore. Oh, they stopped talking to you real quick at that point. But anyway,
Bill, do you
Huh.
think, right, that these people that they say is the demons and the fallen angels and everything are just basically people that have challenged the Bible and challenged,
Oh,
what's
believe me,
right, what's wrong.
I've challenged the Bible and I ain't seen none of them. I mean, what it is that people have misconception. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me read. Okay, I'll get back there. Let me see what Robbie had though, real quick.
Okay, yeah. Then we'll get
Real quick, and I'll get right back on yours.
then Terry.
Agreed. All people, I'm a firm believer, all people are created equal. They deserve the same rights. If a woman can do a man's job, she should get it. I have no problem about the gays and all this. It's a simple way with them. Matter of fact, in my business that I had a lot that used to come in. You can't meet a nicer people than the gay community. But I just always told them is like, I'm a flaming hetero. I do my thing, you do your thing. You try to do my thing. We're going to have a heart-to-heart talk, and then I'm going to get my wife. She's going to come kick your ass. I'll see you later. But anyways, back to your question, though. God, what was it again?
Right, basically what I was saying is, right, we're talking about demons, we're talking about fallen angels, we've talked
yes.
about people that have been casted out because they've no obviously
Okay. The deal about the demons and stuff. Now the evil. Yeah, I mean, I believe if you're evil, you're evil. You're evil. You know, that's
Yeah.
No matter whether you're alive, dead, or floating to the next dimension, I don't care. You're evil.
Are they born evil?
But demons has been publicized so much by the movies, television, and all that people automatically just assume that if it's bad or if it's evil, it's a demon. Believe it or not, demons aren't as bad and evil as you think they are. A matter of fact, some demons, if you want to call them demons, I agree with what Robbie was saying, imps and the things like that. They will succubus, all that. They will actually do good for you, and they will do good for you. They will help you and everything. But at one point, though, they're going to want their just rewards, and when they ask for it, they want it, and they're going to get it. And it might be anything from I want you to cook me dinner to I want your soul. It could be anything. Yeah. So, on that note, so really on that is, I think this demon stuff, I think it's all a product of media and television.
Well, that's exactly what it's going to make my mouth.
Zach Baggins and, and they say, well, if you smell sulfur, that's a demon. No, that means somebody just struck a match and now you're smelling sulfur. I've actually, or there's something burning underground that's coming up, that smells like sulfur. I mean, that's the reason why I'm a debunker. I'll go in there and find out. Okay, fine. The sulfur.
Yeah, find out what
smells like sulfur.
Yeah.
Oh, look, right here, you got sulfur smoldering right there, or something. It's just like, yeah, it's like no. Research before you start saying it. Maybe say, well, I suspect there might or could be a demon here because of certain situations, but this is something I'm going to have to look into, and then check into it, and then come back later on and go, well, we found out what it was. This is what it was. Or we couldn't find nothing, and it's still that same way, and it doesn't go away. Okay, that means now it could be something else. But this stuff about smelling stuff and this and that, I mean, like I said, and the Ouija board. I mean, all this is just a mass media scare, is what it is.
Yeah,
as far that's as far as I am concerned. Okay. Now, this thing from Gary Fields, I've been trying to kind of look at, but also talk to.
Okay.
You know how my mind goes. I'll read one word, and then my mind's somewhere else all of a sudden. Okay.
I've come across so much white light and positive energies, and the lower level of energies and the total difference they bring along is so far apart. The lower energies try and hammer, smash the white light and light workers, but the white light always shines through in the long term. Tested to the limit and maximum, but trust in your spiritual team. And it's what Gary believes in.
Yeah, I can see that.
Gary's a brilliant medium. We're speaking to him in a few weeks, so I can't wait.
I can see that in certain ways, but there again, he can see things in the ways that I can't.
Yeah.
Plus, I can see things with my knowledge and stuff that he can't on a scientific type field, And
that's it.
That's so.
So it just, because when you say white light, I mean, there again, we can go back to Lucifer, who was the God, angel of light. And see, and this is another thing too. People have, you are right. I mean, well, actually, Robbie, what it is, sulfur comes from eating too many baked beans and whiskey, and then trying to cover it up. You light a book of matches to try to cover the smell. That's where the sulfur comes from. It's from the burning matches, you know. But still, it's the product of the beans and whiskey. I agree.
Yeah.
But as I was going to say, though, the thing that gets me, though, is that Satanism gets a bad name.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
But
Because
isn't what we do? Could some class it as Satanism because we're
we're
trying to talk
witches.
spirit?
We're witches. We're
You know.
evil. We're yeah.
So
But
people
see,
will
the
call
thing
us
is,
whatever, wouldn't they?
see, that's another thing too, though. During this time that I went back and started studying theology again and everything, trying to get my act together to become an ordained minister, I've actually studied and practiced Satanism. But I practiced in Satanism on a level following a certain person and not another. Because in a general, Satanism is a belief, a religion in order to better yourself. Because usually when people talk about making deals with the devil and stuff like that, what is it? To better yourself. He's helping you to better yourself. All he's doing is he's speeding it up. And in order, like I said, all the demons and stuff, they're going to do that. But when they come back wanting their just reward or their payback, whatever, then they're going to want it. And just so happens all of them with Satan, always say, yeah, Satan gives it to you. He's going to want your soul. But that has not been proven that every time a deal is done, that it's the soul is involved. Because I know for a fact that there's been other things that, like, I will do this for you if you will do this for me. And it has nothing to do with my soul.
Right.
But see, the thing is like, for instance, do we know who the name Anton LaVey is?
Yep, he is. He was the one of the founders and a big Satanist man.
Anton LaVey was a founder of his own branch of Satanism, which all it is has nothing to do. They do not practice black arts. I've been there, been to the church. All it is it's a church of egotistical enablers, just to try to better themselves than anybody else. And just using like they always say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And they use that power. To me, Anton LaVey is not Satanism. It is satanic religion due to the idea of bettering yourself, which just about all satanic religions do that. They all have that invite. The one I followed was from a gentleman named, y'all might have heard of him. I don't know, maybe, but his name was Aleister Crowley.
I absolutely know Alistair Crowley.
I followed him. There you go, Terry. Yes, I am going down the
road. So we're getting into sex magic now.
But see, I've got some of Aleister's grimoires.
Wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. But but it's just
really interesting guy.
Satanism. I agree, Willow. Satanism is not a bad religion. It's just how you practice. I mean, hell, if you want to look at it, Christianity was a bad religion. Look what happened back during the time of, let's go to the Spanish Inquisition. The Christians have punished and tormented and tortured more people and not as many. I mean, maybe more so than other religions, but yet they never bring that part up. The same Bible has no reason.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Flipped.
Right. I mean, even in the grimoires I have, it does not promote evil. It doesn't. Now, some of the stuff, like some of his incantations and things like that might be considered evil, but evil by their standards, not others. It's not to do harm toward people. Now, if you want to do that, let's talk about the witchcraft then in covens, because some of them will actually do spells and stuff to hurt other people.
And
You
then
really
karma
don't have
comes in,
you
doesn't
really
it?
don't have that in Satanism. I mean, it's just not there. It's just not there. I mean, there's believe it or not, in Satanism, there's just as much love in it as there is in Christianity, if not more, and probably more, because all your Christian beliefs battle against each other. And I would hate to say it, I don't know about where y'all live, but where I live over here, I would say 75% or better are hypocrites. They're only Christians in brotherly love, only on Sunday in church. Any other
Yeah.
time, they're not. You know. So, the only thing oh, look, Tom Gully's on. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Tom, you are right. You are right. Like you and I both, we really believe what was our favorite scene out of any movie? And it's how Old Yeller died. Yep, I agree. I agree. Yep, the ending scene for Old Yeller. That's got to be great. Tom, I am so glad to see you on. I have not seen this man, folks. I tell you what, Tom Gully, this has got to be one of my best friends.
Oh,
Even though we
wow.
haven't met, he's got to be, we've talked a lot and everything, but he's got to be one of my best friends. Some of our beliefs don't coincide with each other, but we don't discuss that and we don't fuss about it. But this gentleman here, he is brilliant. He really is. He's I'm not going to say a jack of all trades and a master. No, he's a jack of all trades and a master of quite a few.
Oh,
Quite a
wow.
few. And
That's brilliant.
this man is just, I tell you, I mean, I got him during the COVID stuff. I got some of the UK people following his show. He was so good on the COVID day. He would actually give a special, he does podcasts and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Live streams and all that kind of stuff of general information. And very, very knowledgeable man, very smart. I would say definitely IQ probably over mine, which don't take much to get over
Oh,
15.
bless
So,
you.
what can you say? But he was so kind that he actually would get up on Saturday morning and give a special show just for the people that was on lockdown in the UK for COVID.
Oh, wow. I did
Which
watch the
he,
shows.
but he used to, I mean, he was always on Monday through Friday, religiously, Monday through Friday. During the years that I knew him, maybe once or twice he didn't show up, but he had a reason. There was a reason why he didn't come on. And then a couple of times he even came on late because he didn't come on. So he came on later. But this man, he's going to start his shows back up again. And I can't wait for him to do it because
Yeah.
I put it like this. I'm jagging for some Tom Gully show. I am. I miss it so bad. And all the people we dealt with and call in, because you can call into his show and all that kind of stuff. It's just, Tom is great. So, Tom, kudos. Thank you for showing up, brother. I really appreciate it. I hope everything's going well for you. But now, on that note, we're going back to the show.
Oh, bless you. I did watch Tom Gully's show because you used to share them. So
Mhm.
I used to watch them. Yeah, they're cool. Definitely. So we've got a question here from Vaughn. What's your thoughts on heaven and hell? There you go.
Okay, let's put it like this. The only yes, if I ever want, okay, I got to do this for Tom real quick, and then I'll get back on that one. He says the world's only known cure for insomnia. Yes, if I'm ever up at night and I'm wanting to go to sleep, and I just can't do it, and meds ain't helping, all I do is I just turn on Tom Gully's show. Next thing you know, sound asleep. Now
Oh,
that's a lie. That's a lie. But I had to do that for
silly.
him. And
Oh, bless
Tom, remember this: our favorite phrase. You just can't fix stupid. And we had a lot of it on there too. Sometimes,
Oh,
gotta
wow.
love those. Gotta love those trolls. Gotta love them. But anyway, my belief on heaven and hell. Okay, here it is. Okay, well, you're about to hit that. To me, heaven and hell. We are living in hell right now. This is hell. Heaven, when person talks about heaven, they're again really back. The only person that really says heaven is your Christians. When you ask them where is heaven, where do they always show you? They point up to the stars. Let's get back to what I said before. Where does my God live? Not sure which planet it is, whether it's Alpha Centauri or which one, but that's where they live. So, do I believe in heaven and hell? Hell is where we live at this point. Heaven is where we go after this one is done. And because you got to remember one thing, that what we have right here is just a physical body. It's nothing but a vessel to carry our energy. And on that one, energy never dies. So when you pass away, that last gasp that they talk about, whatever, the spirit, what that is the final residual energy leaving that vessel. Yes, Robbie, you're right. I think I kind of said that also, maybe. Because I just now, when I said that the energy leaves the body and that energy goes into the vastness, and that I think is what people consider heaven, you know. Well, you know, Willa, we could talk Matrix, you know. We could talk to Matrix, which on that one, I mean, I can see that happening. I haven't what am I trying to say, experienced it. But there's a lot of it there because, I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, you go back and watch The Simpsons and stuff. A lot of stuff that they did is proven to be true now to this day.
That's amazing.
And Matrix could be. But myself personally, I have not experienced it because right now when I burn myself, I hurt. So as far as I know, I am physical body is real right now. Now, is it Matrix and my body somewhere else and this is just a whatever? I don't know. I'll put it like this, Terry. On that one, I'm going to take a side seat on because I just really haven't. Truthfully, I just really haven't gotten into that. I just really haven't studied it. So to me to speak on it would be for me to speak out of turn and maybe be giving out some information which is completely wrong. And before I do that, I just rather say I'm ignorant on that particular subject.
Cool. What do you think of past lives then?
Past lives, I have not. See, but Robbie apparently believes in it.
I do as well.
I have never had anybody to tell me, show me, or anything of me having a past life. So as far as remembering recollections and stuff, I would have to say I haven't had no proof of it. Right. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say it's not there, but I've had no proof of it. So, and there again, me being a skeptic believer in the paranormal field like I am, like I said, I've got to have something to come up and slap me in the face for me to believe it. Or I have got to see it or hear it, which there again, that's me doing videos and audios. You know, it's just, I'm not, I mean, you know, I'm not an empath. I'm not a mentalist or nothing like that. You know, Robbie, I would love for you to just to see, but and see that could prove me then. That could prove to me. And once I get proven about something, then I can believe it. But until then, I'm not going to voice my opinion on it because I don't know enough about it. But as far as I would say right now, do I believe in a past life? No.
I've done
But
one with
yet, where did
Robbie.
but yet, where did my energy was my energy created when I was born?
That's
I
where
don't
did it
know.
come from? Yeah.
See, either my energy was created when I was born, or it was in a past life and I just don't know it. I
Yeah.
mean, I could maybe see myself and maybe my past life being how much I know about barbering and this and that. I was probably Sweeney Todd.
Oh, I love that movie.
Because that just fits right up my ballpark would be Sweeney Todd, you know. But anyway, past, present, and future is now and can be taken into it in a second.
Dimensional.
Okay, okay, Terry. I mean, see, Terry, you're bringing up stuff now. You're going to make me work for it, aren't you? You're bringing up stuff now that's bringing up my curiousness to. Well, let me find out what Terry's talking about. Let me see if she's right or wrong. Let's go see. And see, that's what I like. See, that's what I do. I try to talk to people, not saying this is what I believe and I think you should believe. I'll tell you this is what I believe, but what I want you to do, I want you to be curious enough not to believe me, but to see if I'm right or wrong. And research, because the best way to learn is to research, to read it, to do it yourself. Don't listen to other people. Do it yourself. You receive more that way. And like I tell, and I've said this many a time, that well, the Big Bang Theory, that was energy right there in its own self.
Yeah.
But you know, like I was saying, it's just like I just want people to go out to learn. And if I have said something that you find is wrong, don't sit there and go, wow, Bill was wrong about that. Come back and tell me about it, please. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to say you're crazy as hell and you're lying. I'm going to sit there and listen to what you say. And if you can show, now just come in and tell me about it, I'm still going to believe what I believe. But you come back and you show me proof. You can show me tangible proof. Whether it be, I mean, I don't care how it is, whether it's in writing, this, that, whatever, but you can show me proof, undeniable proof. You know what? You have just changed my mind. You have now got me thinking this way now. And now you have just opened up a whole new avenue to me, because believing it in this way could have a chain reaction, which causes me to maybe think about this one, that it could be different. This one, because it could be different simply because this one changed, you know. So it's just, you know, I'm just out here to, like she said, I like Willow said, I really opened up our, that we have opened up our eyes tonight. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
That's
You
all I
just
want to
question
do.
everything, and that's great. That is
Right.
brilliant.
Because you never learn until you question. And also, people too, there's never a stupid question. Now, there again, let's use common sense. If common sense flats tells you no, then okay, we got a stupid question, but that's only because it explains itself. But as far as a question, I've taught my sons, my granddaughter, there is no stupid question. There's only stupid answers.
And
And if
ignorance.
you ask me a question, believe me, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm going to be blunt. But the thing is, though, when I finish, you will know. There will be no question. So, you know.
There you go. Question everything and use your own logic to find the answer.
Right.
It's the best way, really, isn't it?
I mean, that's the way I've always felt. That's the way I've always
Yeah.
been. And I've always felt. My grandmother taught me that. And my grandmother always taught me to question everything.
Yeah.
Question everything.
I do naturally.
Well, she taught me to question everything but her. Never question her. What she says
Ooh,
goes. So
you
she
wouldn't,
was
would
pretty
you?
well right on that one. If not, she showed me what the end of a broomstick felt like.
To be open to receive, you have to ask.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Actually, to me, to be open, you have to be inquisitive, question, do not discriminate, and just accept all, and then accept all information coming in, and then go from there. Now, there again, depending on the subject, what's right for me might not be right for y'all.
Yeah,
But that's because of my beliefs.
that's it. We all have our own, and
then, like I
it's
tell
all
people,
about
too,
accepting it as well, isn't it? That everyone's got their own beliefs.
right.
Yeah,
And see, that's the
definitely.
thing. That's the reason why I say, if you prove to me I'm wrong, I'm not, or your belief, or we can talk about beliefs. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to down you. Because like I say, my two good words I always love in this field is respect
Oh,
and truth. You know,
oh no, that must be a nightmare. Yeah, I used to have to go to Sunday school and church every week, so I guess that's why I took a different direction.
well, see, I've actually went through Catholicism, and then later on went
Oh,
through
yeah.
Christian beliefs like Presbyterian, Methodist, all that.
Wow.
Matter of fact, like the Presbyterian Church, they still attach to the Catholic Church. People don't want to really, no, Presbyterian, they're Protestants. Like, no, see what their response is. Like the responses are at the beginning and the ending of the service. It's Catholic,
Sorry.
you know.
Take
Bye, Terry.
Bye, Terry. It was great to see you on here. Long time no see. Glad you could make it.
Yeah. So
But now my grandmother, she believed in Jesus and God only simply because it was kind of more or less forced on her. Thank you, Europeans, for coming over here and destroying our culture. But the missionaries, you know, because before them, we were doing just fine. Then they come over and they really screwed up everything, you know.
oh
I mean,
gosh.
simply, okay, how wrong is this? Just because I was born on an Indian reservation, I have to be Catholic? Why?
That's crazy. But I suppose that some people have that mentality, because I can remember years ago when I was in Spain, and because I was supporting an English team, people were saying to me, "Aye, but you're Scottish." It's that kind of ideology, ignorance.
Mhm. I heard what you were saying. Now I was also reading what Robbie was saying too.
Yeah.
Robbie,
No,
real
no, it's
quick on
fine.
yours, Robbie, real quick. I just want to say, see if the Pope feels that way.
Nice one. Anyway, we've got to come to the end of the show, but thank you so much.
Thanks,
And
Bill.
thanks so much for everyone who's commented, everyone
really
who's
enjoyed
joined
it.
in the chat. And it's been intriguing, and we never know which way it's going to be under with these chats, and been interesting. Yeah.
I tried to be nice today.
You were very nice, yes.
I was not my normal self. I tried to be nice. You know, so out of respect for you ladies, I was nice. So, you know.
Oh, you were good.
But I do thank everybody that came on and watched this travesty called Wild
Bless you.
Bill. But I hope I did kind of open your mind and open your eyes and your ears a little bit so that you will start questioning stuff.
Yeah, that's
And if you ever got any questions for me, I mean, I don't have no quote unquote paranormal page, none of that kind of stuff, because I've just got my own personal page. Got a lot of that stuff on there because I deal with horror and all sorts of stuff. as you can tell around me.
Yeah.
But if you ever have any questions, feel free to come message me and I'll talk. And if you have a
And
problem, I'll talk. You know, like I said, I've got a degree in psychology. I can sit down and be a counselor just as good as anybody else can. You know, but on some stuff, I might even tell you I'd leave that alone. Maybe you should go talk to somebody else, you know. But feel free to contact me. It's all good. It's all good.
oh, bless you. So it just comes to the end of a show, obviously, but you have a show on. When's that? It's on the Things Network.
It will be Thursday. Well, in the UK, it will be Thursday evening. In the US, it'll be Thursday afternoon because it is at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which
It's
would be
10.
10 o'clock for y'all until you
10,
go on
yeah.
that daylight savings program stuff.
Yeah, but you
And it
change
will
as well, don't
and
you?
it will go until 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until Robbie until Things Network gets somebody else to fill either from 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 or
Oh, bless
whatever.
you.
But I'm just going to fill it in for right now just to
Yeah.
help out Things Network. So that's going to be 2.5 hours of just ranting and raving. So you can
I
drop in and
can't.
out, go do
You
I
think you
can't
something,
can?
come
wait.
back.
I'll drop
Do you
in.
really think you can talk for 2.5 hours?
Nah, not me. Hey, ask Ben and Damon because they've already said like Damon and Ben were talking one day and they go, you know, we could have one of our other dimension show on, bring it on, us, me and you, and then say we got a guest, Wild Bill, bring him on, and then we could go do whatever we wanted to because Bill would cover the show the rest of the thing. It's like, you know, if you leave it with me, I can do it, you know, but
Yeah, bless you.
whatever.
Thanks anyway. We're going now. Take care. Look after yourselves.
Thanks
And
very much. Thank you.